3 billion people in the world still cook over an open fire. The smoke and the pollution from these fires causes over 4 million deaths every year. Different organizations have built and distributed improved cookstoves, which are capable of reducing the indoor air pollution by nearly 75%. But these improved cookstoves require the users to cook in completely different ways, and therefore they quickly abandoned the new solution in favor of their traditional ways of cooking. My research is to discover how do we design improved cookstoves that are both socially and technically acceptable. To answer this question, we partnered with the small village of Locuto, located in Peru, where nearly everyone still cooks over 2 rows of bricks, as you can see in this picture. They like this way of cooking because they can cook with 1, 2, or 3 pots at a time, and they can burn nearly any type of fuel, including cardboard that they find in the streets. As we considered how to help these households, we knew that we shouldn't replace this way of cooking, but rather we needed to improve upon it. The result were these simple yet very practical pot skirts. These pot skirts function by capturing much of the heat that would normally escape into the surrounding air and forces it to come in close contact with the pot. These pot skirts improve the overall efficiency of the stove by 37% and decrease the total fuel required by 26%. We took 70 of these pot skirts back to Locuto this past summer for testing and gave them to families to use for 2 weeks, and then we interviewed them. The results were very positive. For instance, Maria, shown here, is one of the ladies we interviewed, and in her own words, this is what she said. "These fire shields, as she called them, are like magic. The smoke is no longer in my face, and my food cooks much faster." Now, these pot skirts were very successful for Maria and other households in Locuto, but they would most certainly fail if used in other parts of the world. Why? Because of differences in lifestyle. Therefore, the greater value of my research is not just in the design of the specific pot skirt, but rather in developing the design process we followed in order to get to that solution. This design process is valuable because it can be applied to any region in the world, and it accounts for the unique challenges that cookstove designers face. For example, how does a design team test their assumptions when their target customer lives 10,000 miles away, doesn't have a cell phone, never goes on the internet, and it's really expensive to travel there? My hope is that my research will help remove many of the barriers that have prevented improved cookstoves from being user-friendly in the past, and ultimately help people, like my friend Maria here, start breathing a little bit easier. Thank you.